Me again. Wanted to kind of continue what I was talking about yesterday, but not completely. To talk about, I thought today I'd talk about gift ideas for when you're short on cash. I know there's a lot of people in the same boat as myself this year, and I don't really think that it's important to spend a whole lot of money on Christmas gifts. Like I said yesterday, a lot of it is the thought that counts. So I thought I'd, share a few gift ideas that I've had in previous years and this year. Um, More from the heart gifts to give to family and friends. And I find that I know, things get thrown out through the years, but if you get something that, is handmade, you're more likely to save it than you would, say, a sweater. You know, a sweater, you buy someone a sweater and 3 years later they decide they don't like it anymore and they don't feel bad throwing it out even though you gave it to them. They don't feel bad because you just bought it from a store and gave it to them. Now let's say you made them, I don't know, an ornament. If you make them an ornament, well, they put a tree up every year, and every year they're going to put that ornament on the tree. They're not going to go, oh, look at this crappy ornament I got 3 years ago, it's old. They're not going to do that. They're going to keep putting it up every year because the tree is like a tradition. So, we've done that with the kids. The kids and I have taken pictures of the kids, and they get into it too. The kids love that. They can get into that too and put glitter on it and decorate it themselves, and then we give those as gifts. And people seem to like them, and I notice, the houses that I go to still have those ornaments up every year. So, that's a good idea. Some sort of ornament or something that they'll have to take out every year. It's kind of special. Another thing we've done is we've painted. We've done some stuff with wood, just sanding it down and painting it. Or I know when the kids were little, I did handprint stuff, and that went over well with family, of course. Another idea that I do every year, and this is good too if you have some people that, you want to get them a little something but you don't know what, and, you might not be that close to them so you don't really know what they like and stuff, is cookies and candy. That goes over well every year. And you can what we do is we bake batches upon batches of various types of cookies and just put them in either like a Christmas tin or some sort of a basket. We've done that every year, and every year that goes over really well. And that takes maybe a day to do because you do a whole bunch at once, and it's, very cost effective too because you can get, several gifts out of that. And like I said, it's good for people that you don't know very well, so you don't know what they'll like. Let's see. This year I'm doing more from the heart gifts. Family and friends are going to get, I'm not going to give it away because I don't want them to know, but they're going to get stuff that I've made with my own hands and my own fibro hands that hurt every day now because I'm using them too much making these Christmas gifts. But I think that people will treasure them more because, they know that I spent a lot of hard work and effort on it. So, I think that's important, at least to the people that care about you. That's going to be important. They're going to, appreciate it a lot more because they know the trouble that you went through. I guess that's it for now. I think next time we'll talk about wrapping because I've seen a lot of questions about wrapping. I'm not an expert at it, but I have a few tricks that I've used in the past because, like I said, with fibro, your joints get swollen and sometimes it's hard. So I've come up with a few creative things to do, and I've downloaded off the web several creative things to do with gifts. So maybe next time we'll talk about that. Until then, thanks guys. Bye bye.